What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video. Now shout out to the DoD, Disciples of Doom. And today's video is going to be your episode of Manic Mondays. Today is Monday, November 1st. I hope everyone had a great Halloween and weekend with your families. I know I did. It was pretty cool. I didn't know, but the neighborhood that we went to gives out full-size candy bars. Just blew my mind. I was like, man, you're lucky, kid. Like, when I was young, it was like, candy corn, stuff like that. But I'm getting old. Anyways, so Manic Mondays, like every week, I talk about 3 topics. I talk about what's going on with myself, my channel, whatever it is, content from the past week, and what you should expect this coming week. And then I talk about, what's going on with other content creators, whether it be, what they're talking about, topics like that, I'll talk about. And then if there isn't any of that, we'll jump to the developer side of it. So whatever is going on within the Division universe involving the devs, whether it be content coming or, chatter from the developers themselves. So, geez, that was a long intro. Hope everyone is having a great time. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and obviously let me know in the comment section below what you think. This is all discussion based, so I want you guys to chime in. Let me know what you're thinking. Alright, so first up, what's new with me? What's been going on with me? Well, Riders Republic came out last week. So that was a lot of fun covering that with the early access. After that, we got a lot of Division 2 and Division Heartland news, which also brought up some speculations and great discussion points. And then we also got another info drop with the Intel Annex that is going to drop basically some knowledge about this upcoming update every month. It's going to be like a news drop. So that was pretty cool as well. Alright, so what to expect with me this week? We did our first ever PlayStation survival run last Monday. So shout out to everyone on PlayStation. We had a huge turnout for survival. And tonight, again, Monday nights, our survival night on PlayStation. So if you have a PS4, PS5, whatever it is, make sure you download Tom Clancy's The Division and you have the survival expansion. If so, you don't have to level up your character in the game or anything like that. You just have to have survival unlocked, and that's it. You can jump in, play with us, play against us, whatever you want. So again, Monday nights, PlayStation, survival. I believe tonight it's going to be myself and Bishop Boas. So we will be streaming on YouTube and Twitch, our survival community night. And then also for the Xbox community, we do our survival community nights on Xbox every Thursday. So remember that. So Monday nights, PlayStation, Thursday nights, Xbox, survival on Tom Clancy's The Division. Reason why I'm stressing this is it is my favorite game mode out of anything in the Division universe so far, and yeah, I really enjoy it. And I like building up that community because I am a part of that community. Survival was very much one of the reasons why I love the game and the franchise so much. Alright, so let's see what else is going on for this week. I will be doing more build videos. I did a poll last week on my community tab. What kind of videos are you guys wanting from me right now? And between live streaming the Division 2 and doing build videos, that was pretty much it. It was the majority, overwhelming majority. So I'm going to give you exactly that. I streamed the Division 2 quite a bit last week, besides our survival nights, of course. And because of that, I have some footage for some build videos. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, if you caught my streams, you already saw me using the builds for the build videos. So thank you for that support. And you got like a nice little sneak peek. So there you go. Let's see, what else? I think that might be it. Because remember, Monday nights we have Survival on PlayStation. Tuesday is our weekly vendor reset. Wednesday is Cassie Mendoza. Thursday is Survival Night on Xbox. And then Friday is, I don't know. Pretty much just a wild card day, I guess. Build videos. Yeah, we'll go with that. Build videos. All right. So we've got a nice little schedule planned out. All right. So that is it for me. What to expect and what has happened within the last week. Let's see. Our next topic is the topics and stuff I've seen from other content creators. One of which being Rogue Gold. So shout out to Rogue Gold again. He is another content creator on Xbox. He's joined us for like some PvP. He's joined us with some survival. So really cool guy. Highly recommend. He just hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. So go check him out. But for one of his topic videos, he was mentioning about the specialization changes and revamps coming to the Division 2. Specifically what was said in the Intel Annex from Trick Dempsey. Now, I did release a video earlier this morning about how Trick Dempsey did answer a few of my questions over on Twitter. So if you didn't see that, make sure you are following me on Twitter at Kamikazevondoom. Shameless plug. But anyways, this annex that was released and dropped from Trick Dempsey explained what was going on with these specializations. Meaning that, well, I guess specifically for this discussion video, specialization ammo coming back to the Dark Zone. Now, we all know that there's still specialization ammo in Conflict. You just have to be able to beat the other team to it. But it is there. Now, the changes that were discussed in Rogue Gold's video and along with Trick Dempsey over the weekend is about the effects it will do to players within the Dark Zone. Now, Trick Dempsey did reveal over the weekend that the current named enemy resistance to specialization ammo is at 65% resistant. Now, what they are doing with these new changes is they are going to change the effects the specializations have on players to match the effects that it does on named enemies. So essentially, when it is reintroduced into the Dark Zone, specializations will be there, and if they are shot at other players, they will do, roughly the amount of, damage that it would do to a named enemy. So we will, depending on your armor and your hazard or explosive resistance, whatever it is, the damage may vary. But as far as being resistant to the specializations, it's going to start around 65%, but then they're going to tweak it and test it. So remember, none of this is final. Take it with, as it is. It is the developers telling you their ideas and the direction in which they want to go. But as it sits right now, they're going to be starting the players at 65% resistant to them, and then tweak it as it goes. Probably throughout the PTS, they'll be looking strongly at those numbers. So expect some more tweaks and reworks. Obviously, congratulate the devs and give them praise for what they're doing. They're being transparent. They're talking to the community, and they're giving us some insight on what's going on behind the scenes. So instead of just taking it as, concrete law and saying, this is going to be broken, this is going to be broken, remember, that, this is still a work in progress. There is going to be a month, a whole month of PTS and, whatever changes implemented. So remember that this is subject to change. Now, as far as what Rogue Gold's video was talking about, and I love this discussion, is we need to look closely at how this is going to affect builds. Not so much the specialization ammo and what that's going to do to players. We need to talk about how this is going to affect builds, because this could have the potential to change everything in PvP. Obviously PvE, we're not too worried about. It's going to be an amazing change for PvE because you can actually, tweak every single build to its max and just steamroll through, raids and legendaries, what have you. But we are all worried about PvP. Now, I think this is a great discussion piece, and I think this needs to be really examined, not just get, negativity thrown at it. I think that during the PTS, it needs to be thoroughly tested. So every single person, if you can record a video and you have an email, you can send it to Ubisoft support. So during this PTS, I would test the hell out of PvP and show them each and everything you see that you don't like. And they will potentially listen to you. Obviously, it's not going to be like, oh, whoever Bob from Kansas said something we really like, we're going to implement it right this second. The odds of that are pretty slim. However, who knows? Maybe there's, a problem with a certain brand set, or like a problem with healing, or like a problem with skills, something like that during the PTS. If you record it, send them an email with you explaining what the problem is. More times than not, they will answer you, and they will see what they can do. So just know that. Obviously, this potentially is going to change everything, and I love it. I actually do think that healing and the potential, I don't know how they're going to implement it. Obviously, no one does. So a lot of this is speculation. However, the option of some sort of instant healing, or like, say, like a medkit takes away a status effect and you could do that instantly, I think that has the potential to throw PvP on its head and change the entire game. Time to kill and all. I think that would completely change everybody's playstyles. I think that would completely change the way people use cover or don't use cover, because this has the potential of making it more of a Division 1 type PvP style, where, where we're running and gunning, there's not a lot of, reliant on cover or any sort of, corner glitch or some crap. Because having the opportunity to, say, hit an instant heal and then, remove a status effect or use an instant heal and get some bonus armor. Obviously, this is going to be huge to the time to kill, because people are going to be able to live longer. And if your tank builds, obviously you'll be able to live even longer. And same with skill builds. I actually think this might have the opportunity to bring in hybrid builds if you change the medkit in such a way. I truly do. And I'll speak more on that at a later time, but I really do think that this has the potential of making build diversity like a real thing. If you are able to do heals like that, and you're able to change attributes and, tailor make all of your builds inside and out. Right now, all we can really do is just rely on what the specializations give us. But if we can tell the specialization what we want, then it completely changes the game as far as builds are concerned. That's going to make build videos even more important, because now you're going to have to listen and look at how we build our specializations to get the most out of them. I think it's going to be a huge plus, but I do agree with Rogue Gold. I think that this needs to be thoroughly looked at and tested, because this does have the potential of making some game-breaking builds. But I think this also has the potential of opening up a whole other side of builds that we haven't even thought of yet. And instead of it breaking the game, I think it's evolving the game into what it's going to be. I think that's going to be basically like a Gear 3.0. If we can add custom specializations to that, I mean, shit. There's so many different ways with those perks, and they said that they are changing and tweaking some of those perks, so you're going to be able to mix and match different parts. I mean, it would just be sick. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen, but obviously everyone should be on the side of caution. Okay, now the last part is the developers. Okay, so over the past week or so, we've had great communication from several developers, including Yannick and Trick Dempsey. They have both been very active and have tried countless times to give the community a transparent look at what's going on and, show that they care. And I think it's genuine. They have both been working on the game for so long now. I mean, obviously they want to see it blossom into this, great game just like we do. So they're going to be right there beside us, and the fact that they are answering questions via Twitter is out of this world. Straight blowing my mind, because before you would ask something and it would be ignored completely. But nowadays it seems like they are more in tune to answer you than they were in the past, and this is really bringing the community together. Obviously this was some big news about what's going on with this update. A lot of people are saying, it's their most ambitious and their most, game-changing, and it really could be. With the specialization changes and adding more gear and exotics and weapons, I mean, they could potentially change the entire game as we know it. For PvP, obviously, it would just be adding a great factor to it, because these specialization changes are only going to help PvE. But as far as PvP, I think this has the potential to change the game completely. But alright. More about the developers. Trick Dempsey answered a few of my questions over Halloween, so thank you to her for taking her time out of that. And Yannick was also being active, commenting on several different channels on Twitter, and thank you for that. They are bringing us some great stuff. Remember, December, we are going to get the, so December we are getting the global event, I guess celebration, where they're doing some sort of in-game event where they're going to celebrate with all of the fan favorite global events, and they're going to give us new rewards while we do these global events, and there will be new apparel events at the same time as this event. So this is going to go on in December. Now that's not really new content, that's just probably some new patches, maybe backpack trophies, weapon skins, and then as far as the apparel event, I have no idea. So that's pretty exciting to see what they do with the apparel event. Because the last one they did, obviously, was the Resident Evil one. So who knows what they're going to come out with this time. So that's December. As far as January, that is when everyone and their mom needs to get on PC and play the PTS. You need to test out the changes in both PvE and PvP. Obviously, they are more interested in what it's doing to PvP, but if there is something, game breaking, or there's some sort of, whatever, report it for PvE as well. But, so that's January, and then February is the update. So they'll release that update, and then it'll probably start the new year-long season event. Now remember, we have seasons. Right now we are in Season 7, End of Watch. So we will get Season 8, I am guessing, whenever this update drops. So we'll get the update, we'll get the new game mode, and then we will get the start of a year-long season event where we'll probably get 4 seasons, so Season 9 through 12 for 2022. But that's about it. Within those seasons, we will get new gear, exotics, weapons, apparel events, the whole 9. I'm hoping it brings more story and more dialogue to the Division lore. I hope it does. And that's about it. Alright. So that is my Manic Mondays episode for Monday, November 1st. I am Kamikazevondoom. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.